Buckle up. It's your gracious host, MKB, and I want to personally thank you for joining us for episode 20 of Travel Disasters. My podcast beat teen pregnancy. Can you believe it? I'm so proud. So, what's new in MKB news? Well, next weekend, I'm hosting All That Good Stuff at Lagunitas on Saturday, October 19th at 8 p.m. If you love seasonal craft beers, hilarious comedians, and Duck Hunter, you're going to want to come to the show. So tickets are selling pretty fast, so don't wait. Get them on Eventbrite. You can literally just Google A Little Something Funny October, and it should pop right up. You can also follow All That Good Stuff on Facebook, or just go to my website, mkbcomedy.com. There will be links under the upcoming shows tab, so I hope to see you there. If you are listening to this podcast and you have not followed us on social media, pause this right now and do that immediately. We post pictures of all of our guests, videos from recording in the Jazz Fuzz studio, and it's a great way to put faces to the voices coming through your headphones. So you don't want to miss us. We are Travel Disasters on every social media platform. So just go ahead, follow us. Also, if you are loving this podcast, you know what to do. Throw me a subscribe, throw me 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, and leave a written review because I will read it on the air. This week's review comes from Travel Disaster Fan, and they said, Mary Kate is a witty host and seamlessly draws in her guests and listeners. 5 stars. Thank you so much. I try really fucking hard on this podcast, so I appreciate that so much. I'm glad that you're loving every minute of it. In 2 months, we will be releasing an episode exclusively of listeners' stories. I will be posting about that on social media, so I want to see them come through. Send them to traveldisasterspodacst at gmail.com. I'm having so much fun reading the ones that already came in, so I can't wait to record that episode. Last but not least, tell everyone about this podcast. Use it as an icebreaker on a Tinder date, dude. Just like, are you listening to any cool podcasts? And if you tell them about the show, they're going to be like, oh my God, you're so cool for recommending this podcast, and I'll totally ask you out again. It's been scientifically proven by science that this podcast leads to second dates. So this is the moment that you've all been waiting for. The hilarious, the amazing, the Michigan City queen herself, Colleen Brennan, is in the house. Colleen is a fellow stand-up comedian. She produces shows all over the city. I love her so much. She's here to tell us about her 20th birthday that she spent in our homeland, Ireland, which is a rite of passage for any Irish Catholic. But this trip starts off a little rough and then keeps getting worse and worse as it goes on. And we're here to tell you all about it. So here we go. It's you and me, baby. We're going on the trip from hell, where every flight is missed. They lose your luggage, and you're in the middle seat between a sumo wrestler and a screaming baby. Don't worry, I'm coming along for the ride. I'm Mary Kate Beck, and this is Travel Disasters. You're already laughing. Are you making fun of my intro?
No, I am filled with joy that it's just me.
I know. I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm glad to be here.
Oh my
How
God.
Fun.
Colleen Brennan, you're on the show.
Mary Kate Beck, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. So I've known you through comedy recently. I feel like this past year.
It's been in the past year.
Yeah. I met you the first time at Living Room Sessions, which is the open mic that you guys host weekly, right?
Yep. I am no longer hosting it.
Oh, right.
But I started it with 3 other fabulous female comedians.
Right.
And after 2 years, I needed to walk away.
Yeah. Hosting a mic is hard. It's a lot of
effort.
A lot of work. Yes. And to be there every week, to be on.
Yeah.
And to host, and it's a lot.
Yeah, it was good. It was wonderful while it lasted, and I stepped away feeling fun.
Yeah, you've left it in good hands.
They're wonderful.
Yeah, and it's still women producing it, which is amazing. That was
the whole point.
Yeah, which is the best. Yes. So I'm a big fan. Living Room Sessions, Sunday nights. Everybody check it out if you're a starting comedian or seasoned comedian. Everybody's welcome.
Oh yeah, and we had a lot of seasoned comedians. We had a lot of newbies. We had everybody, which was really nice.
Yeah.
It gave it a good feeling.
And it's early. God, I moved my mic from 8 p.m. to 7 p.m. because I'm like, I have to go to bed. Like,
because I still, after 6.5 years of stand-up, I'm still working my day job.
Right?
So
yeah.
I need to sleep.
Right. Same. I'm like, it doesn't pay the bills yet. So I love that it's like at 5:36 on a Sunday. It's the best.
Yeah,
and then you
that
can
was
just
nice.
crawl into bed.
Exactly.
Still have time for Game of Thrones.
Right.
and can go to bed.
And a few quick drinks to gear up for Monday.
For sure. Yeah. It's the best mic in the city. But how are you? What are you up to?
I'm good. I'm just parenting children, working.
How many kiddos do you have?
I have 2 boys. I just took my first child to college last week.
Are you okay?
Tears. No.
Yeah. My aunt is beside herself. Like, she wrote a whole blog about, like, this is so much harder than I thought it was going to be. I was like,
it's you know what? The anticipation of it is almost worse than the moment when you say goodbye. By the time you say your goodbye, you're so exhausted from being sad that you're like, just goodbye. Just go in the door.
Yeah.
I know you're going to be drinking.
Oh my
Drink pot. And there's probably a girl in your room right now. It's fine. I'm fine. It's all good.
And then how old's the other one? Is it younger or older?
Younger. He is a new 15.
Oh, wow.
High schooler.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And so perfect age difference.
Yeah. No, and they were buddies. They were good.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
so it's
awesome.
been good. So yeah, that, work, comedy, producing. Yeah.
You're just tired all the time.
But it's okay. You get to a certain age and you're like, if I don't do it now, it's never gonna happen.
True. Yeah. That's so awesome. And you started comedy 6 years ago?
6.5 years ago, I started stand-up. But I've been acting and improv and all that stuff for years and years and years and years.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm such a firm believer in like just having something outside of like work, family, relationships that's just like solely for yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope I kind of keep up with.
Like,
even if it doesn't
too.
take off, it's like, hey, it's just nice to get out of the house and have something that I'm passionate about that doesn't revolve around,
It's going to take off, Mary Kate.
Thank you.
That's what I tell myself.
Yeah, every day. I'm like, I'm going to be a millionaire. Just wait. It'll happen. Yeah.
The end goal is a full-time entertainment career, period, end of story.
Yeah.
Yeah. However I get there.
I mean, I hope that's a goal.
It may be a tambourine on Michigan Avenue. I don't know. But it's going to be full-time in entertainment.
Oh my God, that's amazing. It's a good perspective. It's a great perspective. Yeah. So we just found out, we've known each other for, like a year now, but we just found out that we
I watched you grow up without knowing it.
Grow up in Long Beach, Indiana. Oh my gosh. Because she walked into the studio and there's a picture of like the Welcome to the Dunes, which is exclusive to Michigan City.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, you're from there. And then...
And I'm like, yeah, I'm from Long Beach. And you asked me what stop, because like only people who know about Long Beach, Indiana,
will ask you what stop
you're from.
Yeah.
And so it's 19, and you grew up going to stop 19, and that's
my whole life.
Right, my parents are right on the beach.
That's crazy.
I should probably stop talking, depending on.
I know, yeah, they won't listen. It's fine.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
So we've been going to the same beach for years.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
Yeah, and knowing the same people.
Yeah,
indirectly.
Oh my God. Yeah, we just had like 15 mutual. Families that we knew.
Yeah. I can't believe I didn't babysit you at some point.
I know. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I babysat for everybody over the hill. Like, literally over the hill.
Yeah. Oh my God. Because everybody's up there for the summer. The parents are on the vacations. And they're like, we just need to dump the kids so that we can go get drunk with them.
They drunk pay you.
Oh, yeah.
Drunk pay is the best.
They don't even think about it. They just sloppily write you $200. You're like, okay.
No, or you get like the wad of cash and you don't count it until you get home because you don't want to feel guilty about taking more than you're due.
Yeah. Impolite to count it.
Right?
So you get home and you're like, holy shit, Mr. Doherty. That's the best. Oh my God. Well, I'm so excited to have you on the show. On a scale from like hoarder to, Leonardo DiCaprio, Catch Me If You Can, jet setter, fleeing the law, like where do you fall? Are you a con man or are you a hoarder? You're like, I hate these options. I hate both of these options.
On a 1 to 10, I'm probably, it's been in various stages, but never the hoarder home. And I'm not a fugitive. So
Perfect.
I'm probably like trying to place myself. I'm a wanderlusting 6. How about that?
I love it.
Yeah.
So like how many times a year would you say you travel?
Depends on the year, but anywhere between, I mean, does that include like weekend trips or
I would say like
airplane
road
travel?
trips where you'd plan or getting on a plane.
I mean, at least 10
wow,
times a year.
Jesus. I need to travel more. But I'm no expert, which is how this podcast was born. But I think I travel get on a plane maybe 4 or 5 times a year.
It varies. I mean, this year it's been a lot of plane travel. The past few years have been a lot because I've taken my kids to go look for colleges.
Yeah.
But yeah, always at least 4 or 5 times a year.
Yeah.
And more if I can.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. That's a good balance.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yes.
let's get in there.
Okay.
What do we have in store for us today? Where are we? Paint the picture.
Okay. Yeah.
Where is Colleen in her life?
So it's my 20th birthday.
Oh my God. Yes.
I know. So
just a ripe Colleen Brennan. This is going to be amazing.
Hit the Wayback Machine for when I was 20.
Oh my God. Yes.
It's a long time ago.
And it's still burned into your memory. So that's a great sign.
Oh, for some people. Yeah. So I went to college, and in the summer of my in between sophomore and junior year, I did a summer program.
Where'd you go to college?
St. Mary's College at Notre Dame, Indiana.
Oh my God. Of course you did.
The Virgin
20
Vault.
minutes away.
Yeah. Well, my family has like 4 generations of Notre Dame and St. Mary's. So it was sort of like...
It's a great school, though.
It's an amazing school.
It's the best.
I'm going to say something that's very controversial.
Please.
I believe it's better than the University of Notre Dame. I'm just saying. I'm saying it. I'm throwing it out. We had really hard graduation requirements.
Yeah.
Super
hard.
God. But anyway, it was wonderful.
But I don't want to start any fights, but...
Whatever. I'm sure that was just... I'll go home and get smacked around a few times.
Oh my God.
It's fine. But they have a summer program, which happens in like 2 segments. So there's the first part, which is like Ireland, England, Scotland, France, and then there's a second leg that I didn't do. So
you're like, I'm Eastern European. Let's cut this shit. I'm just going to go to my homeland.
Honestly, I really needed to get home by the 4th of July because, as you know,
it's
the 4th
Christmas.
of July in Long Beach.
Like if I miss it, my parents... It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Parade every year, golf cart decorating, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So I had to get home by the 4th of July.
Yes.
So I'm like, screw Europe. I need to be in Long Beach, Indiana.
Oh my God.
For one party.
Oh, right.
So anyway, we took off for Ireland, and it was like, it was a lot of Notre Dame and St. Mary's students. Other colleges were welcome as well, but I think our group was mostly Notre Dame and St. Mary's. And you study abroad for a month.
Yeah.
And you did, you traveled from country to country. You did like a week in different places, and we did 2 weeks in London and then finished up in Paris. So there was a smaller group of us, about 8 of us, who flew in a day early to Shannon Airport in Ireland. And we just sort of had an extra day, which was wonderful.
Yeah.
So a couple of professors were there with us, and we rented like a minivan. And we just toured Galway and places around Limerick. It was just us, not with the whole big tour bus thing. And it was really great. And at one point during the day, we pulled into Galway, and we were walking down one of the main drags. And I was hungry, and we didn't have much time. So I did the incredibly stupid thing of going into a pub, grabbing a sandwich off a rack by the register.
Oh, no.
And brought it in the minivan with us, and we took off, and I ate the sandwich while we were going
I'd be
around.
lying if I said that I didn't do that. I ate so many gas station sandwiches in Europe.
Right?
They're easy. They're like €2.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, and it was right. And I have to explain something. This is back in 1989. And Ireland in 1989 was still going through the Troubles.
Oh, no.
And it was still... it was not the Ireland it is today.
Oh, no.
It was kind of, it just wasn't as developed. The West Coast was definitely not as developed. So anyway, So these sandwiches weren't refrigerated, which should have been like
the first red flag.
There's a solid chance they've been on the rack for like a month. I'm not lying.
Oh, no.
But I ate it because,
And it's like meat, right?
No, it was cheese and butter.
It's like a Great Depression sandwich.
It was Ireland in the 80s.
Oh, my God. That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I really wanted to go for the full ancestor Ireland experience.
Just really immersing yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I could have just eaten nothing and that might have been better.
That's amazing.
No, I ate something that probably I shouldn't have. So that night we had a great time, just the 8 of us. And then the next morning we got in our little minivan to go to the airport to pick up all the other students who were arriving at the same time. From the Boston airport. So when we pulled up to the airport, my stomach started to hurt.
There's like a wave of panic that's across Colleen's face. She's so nervous. Oh, no. Were you just like white as a ghost?
I'm like, oh, something's going on.
Oh, Jesus. That's a worse feeling when you just have to sit there silently like, you can't really tell anyone that you're about to like.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know which way this was going.
Right.
I didn't know. I didn't know. So, and I hadn't connected the sandwich at that point because I'm sharp like that. And so, as everybody's coming out of the airport, I head into the airport to find a bathroom. And I did, and I used it.
I used it so much.
I used it.
I had to pay it rent. I
used every inch of it.
Oh, my God.
And then, as a good St. Mary's classy lady would do, I just pulled my panties back up, walked out to the bus, and I looked around and I was like, oh, I need to go back.
Oh, no.
Because there's something else I haven't used. Another toilet in there. So
because
I did
it's
that.
Like it settles and then it like erupts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah. So this went on for probably a solid 30 minutes.
Oh, no. And were you telling anyone what's going on? Or are you just like, I'm a lady. I just have to keep going back to the restroom. Don't mind me.
I think they caught on.
Yeah.
After like the second visit.
Oh, no.
And I told one of my friends, and she's like, okay. And I'm pretty sure she told the professors. And so rather than return the minivan, they kept it.
Oh,
no. And we proceeded to get back on the little minivan. While everybody else went on the big bus because they realized this probably was going south. But they were like, well, let's just keep the minivan for another day.
Oh, that's
we'll
kind
let everybody
of
else.
them. So if you needed to stop or something, you could instead of stopping the whole bus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so kind of them.
Wasn't that so kind?
Oh.
So we took off from the airport and we went driving through the countryside. And I'm like, can you pull over?
You're like, it's an emergency.
And they're like, can you wait? I'm like, absolutely not.
Oh,
absolutely.
No.
And again, let me explain.
It's hard to stop on those roads. There's no like way to pull over.
Well, and this isn't like Ireland now. It was Ireland like when sheep ruled the land. And there wasn't a 7-Eleven or a Circle K or any of the Irish mini marts that they've, populate the country now. So, yeah, I think we pulled over probably 2 or 3 times.
Oh, no.
And the last place that we pulled and this was the panic moment. There was just a wind-swept sort of mountain.
It sounds beautiful.
Sheep.
Yeah.
And then up sort of in the distance, halfway up, was a like a mechanic shop. Mm. And the bus pulled over because I had needed to pull over again. And I ran up the mountain.
Shut up.
And
it's like your beacon of hope.
And it was, I mean, I should have just gone to the bathroom behind the shop on the mountain instead of into the, and there, I don't know how much detail do you want.
All
there was there was like a hole sort of thing, and I used it, and there was no toilet paper.
Oh, God.
There was an oily cloth.
Oh, my God. What? Of like car oil?
Yeah. So I used every clean part I could find.
Oh, my God. That's
and
so
then
funny.
I just threw it in the trash and ran down the mountain. But I was talking to one of my friends earlier who was with me on the trip before I came here. And I'm like, is there anything that I need to remember? She said, you need to remember.
Oh, God.
That you walked down that mountain like you were coming out of tea with the queen.
Oh, my God.
You just sashayed like there was nothing. Like this is the most normal thing any human being could do. Like you didn't just disgrace that bathroom.
You owned it. Yeah.
You owned it.
Oh, my God. That's amazing.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's what we did. And that was for like probably 2 to 3 days. Now, here's the good news.
Of sickness?
Of sickness.
Wow.
Did it stop me from drinking? No.
Absolutely not. Yeah. I'm like, this will help my intestines. This is good. It's the worst. Every time I'm sick, I drink bourbon, which is not, I mean, it's what Irish people do.
Right.
But
and they're obviously fine.
Not the peak standard of healthy people. Oh my God, that's so funny. So that was your 20th birthday, you said?
So we left on my 20th birthday.
Oh,
so I
okay.
ate the sandwich.
That was your birthday gift.
That was my birthday. You know what?
You insisted on getting it.
I gave myself a learning experience.
You're a different person now.
I am.
You have 2 lives. It's Colleen before the sandwich.
Right. Yep.
And after the sandwich.
Colleen before and after.
Oh, no.
What an eye-opener.
Oh, my God.
Welcome to the next decade of your life.
So how was the rest of the trip?
The rest of the trip was, so Ireland was wonderful, but really rough because then on top of it, we went from like Limerick and like Galway and the West Coast, and we came all the way around the South Coast and went up to Dublin, and we stayed in Dublin for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And at our hotel in Dublin, because again, this is still the Troubles. I love saying the Troubles.
I know. Is that what they call it? Or is that?
No, literally, it's called the Troubles.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I thought that was just Colleen's like cute term for like their recession.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
No, I wish I could have coined that term. Let's pretend like I did.
Yeah, I believed you. I bought it for sure.
Yeah. My geopolitical expertise. No, so they were still bombing things and whatnot.
Wow.
So at our hotel in Dublin, I was in the bathroom taking a shower.
That was misleading.
Right?
I was taking a shower.
Not not the other. It was a shower. Fooled you. I was clean that day.
I'm dying. Oh my God.
So I was taking a shower and I got out and I had a towel wrapped around my head and I think I had a bathrobe or so. I didn't have like real clothes on, but all of a sudden there's a knock on the door and I hear like a muffled voice like, get out of here. And I'm like, what?
Pardon me?
I'm hearing frantic knocking. No, get out of here. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I open up the door a little bit because I thought somebody was messing with me.
Right.
And there's this lovely little Irish woman standing in front of me. And she's like, you got to get out of here. There's stuff going on. And so you got to get outside. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I'm looking down the hallway and I'm like, all right. Don't you think I've been through enough so far? Do we really have to go for the pranks?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you got to go now. And I was
holy
like,
shit.
All right. So my hair is literally, I'm not exaggerating. It's in a towel.
Yeah.
I go in a bathrobe and a towel and my shoes and I grabbed my wallet and I went out, followed her out of the hotel. Everybody was gone. Because I didn't hear, I was in the shower, so I didn't hear like when they went through the first time.
Oh, wow.
And there was a bomb threat at the hotel because the Prime Minister of Ireland was speaking he was speaking to one of the labor unions in
so they assumed that he was in one of the hotels?
He was in our hotel.
Holy shit.
He was in the parking lot.
Whoa.
When I walked out with my towel.
Oh my
my
God.
Head and my bathrobe. So, I shook his hand. I don't remember what the hell his name was, but he was taking pictures with some of our friends. And I stayed out because, towel.
You didn't want to get in?
I've had a bad experience.
You looked amazing.
It was at this point that I walked to a phone booth near the parking lot of the hotel in my towel and my bathrobe. And I called my parents and I was like, can I come home?
Yeah. Oh my God.
And they're like, shouldn't you stick it out for a few more days? It's bound to get better.
Oh my God. Right. You're like, I've already been sick this entire time with food poisoning, and now I'm getting, my life is threatened. There's bombs.
And they did. They found a bomb.
Oh my God, no.
They swept
fucking
it.
way.
They found a bomb. We were told they found a bomb.
No.
Who calls in a bomb threat anyway?
Narcs.
Right?
What a nerd. You're like, you wanted to die?
At that point. I mean, they had cleared out the whole place. If it was just me.
Oh my God, that is wild.
It was wild. It was wild.
Wow. I think that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
No, they're crazy.
Colleen's like, I've listened. It's man.
It was, but then, they swept it. I think we were I feel like we were out there for about an hour.
I mean, yeah, they have to send in teams
but I feel like they had been through this. They've been in this rodeo before, right? They knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
The guy was out in the parking lot shaking hands.
He wasn't worried at all.
No.
Wow.
It was just like part of life, I guess. I don't know. I'm a stupid American. I'm 20. What do I know? I took a sandwich off the shelf at a pub with cheese and butter.
My God. That is the best part of the story. Oh my God. Well, you lived to tell the tale. I'm so glad you survived all those threats.
All those threats.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Well, what's next for Colleen? Are you traveling anytime soon? Aside from, are you going to parents' weekend at your kids' college? You're like, I'm just going to drop in. I'm worried about him. I'm just going to, he'll love that.
All the time. I'm actually looking, hey, if anybody's booking comedians in the Minneapolis area, I'd like to, please consider Colleen Brennan. Go to...
And me, I'll go with.
Mary Beck and Colleen will take the Long Beach, Indiana tour to Minneapolis, St. Paul. So book us.
They're cut from the same thread. They would probably love our sense of humor.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'd kill in Minneapolis.
Oh, we'd kill in Minneapolis.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I feel like we could do a whole Midwest tour.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Well, do you have any shows coming up that you're producing? Any projects that you're working on?
I do. So we always have a all mom stand-up comedy show called The Momedians of Momedy.
I love that.
Which we've been doing now for about we're going into our third year.
Wow.
And I produced that with Kat Herskovic and Denise Medina. Mm-hmm. And this weekend, actually, we'll be at Davenport's with Patty Vasquez.
Oh, love her.
Leah Berman.
Yeah.
And Michelle Krachecki. And so that's, So Momedians of Momedy, check us out there. We always have something in the works, Chicago area, suburbs.
Yeah.
Also Backroom Comedy, which is the third Friday of the month at Alive One.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we have a great show lined up for September 20th. And I got a lot of other stuff going on. You can check me out at colleenisfunny.com, or you can follow me on Instagram at Colleen Brennan Comedy, but I don't know what I'm doing on social media.
We'll have a talk. I love Instagram. It's my favorite form of social media.
I love it too. I just don't know what I'm doing.
I know. It's weird at first, but you get used to it.
I started like a year ago.
It's the best.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I like it better than Facebook.
Oh my God. It exceeds Facebook. It blows Facebook out of the water.
Yeah.
We just have to keep Facebook for like events and stuff. We have to. Right. It's so annoying. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
This was the best.
This was so
episode ever.
So glad I could share
This was so fun.
My shitty story.
Oh my God. It was the best. Well, thank you so much. We'll have to have you back.
Thank you.
And this was awesome.
Great. Thanks so much.